Good evening. Good evening, morning, and variations thereupon, wherever you are in the world. How are we doing? How is everyone's day? Or night? Whatever. Only 73 concurrent viewers, blimey. Guess that's what happens when you don't really stream for a few months. Or maybe we have some new people here with us from who have bought the game over Christmas, maybe? Over the Christmas season? Welcome. Welcome new people, welcome old people. How is everyone? Good, right. Okay, first things first. Today, audio stuff. I bought some new audio kit, so in theory it gives me a lot more control over fun stuff and audio levels. I did a bit of experimenting earlier on just offline, just to try and get things pretty good, like level-wise, but let me know if things are off. I mean, I think like my voice should be nice and clear, the background music should be there but not overpowering. Let me know how it is. Yeah. You use music, some of the best music in the game. It is. Liam just doesn't make bad music, and he gets better at it over time. Audio sounds good? Great. Yeah. I'd hope so. Yes. Okay, great. Yeah, you'll have to let me know in game as well. I've got individual sliders for, like, game stuff and, yeah, volume level for all the bits and bobs that I do. Let me just rearrange things slightly so I've got everything at my beck and call as I need. Right, that can go over there. Nice, okay. Yeah, well, we're going to talk for a few minutes before we actually get into the game. Welcome for anyone who's not joined us before. Yeah, I'm Mike, the Slug Disco community manager. One of them now, anyway. We've got Kaidi and Lynn now who look after our Chinese community as well. So we have 3 community managers, but I'm by far the longest serving. Yeah, anyone who's if this is your first live stream with us, then you're very welcome. I did a bit of live streaming kind of towards mid to late last year after the Fire Ant update, and then it kind of fell off a bit because, well, various things, work and such like, got in the way, and yeah, but now I'm back to it, and hopefully I should be doing this semi-regularly again. Yeah, so that should all be good. Yeah, I've basically been having a playthrough again of the Empire's campaign, and we left it off. I'd last finished 3-2, so we are due the 3rd Formicarium challenge. That's what I'll be doing today, definitely. And if it turns out I don't have the resources for it, then I'll do one of the other levels on challenge mode, one of the 1x levels, probably 1-2, probably yeah, Subjugation, if I need to, although I might not need to. And other than that, we're just going to have I guess a bit of a talk is what we generally do on these streams as well, just go over some stuff. Right, yeah, I guess, yeah, I'll scroll through chat and see what questions people have been asking, and if I can answer some, I will, and then we'll do that towards the end of the stream as well. Yeah, if anything comes up that people think about in the meantime. Right, do you guys keep ants? Asks Retrophone Channel. No, none of us on the team keep ants. Matt, who's the engine specialist and one of the artists on the game, did at one point keep tarantulas, and I, in my youth, kept stick insects. And I intend to get a small ant colony at some point. I'm not going to buy one. I have some plastic test tubes, but I never seem to have them with me when I encounter a queen ant in the wild. But we will try again when swarming times comes in the spring. We will see. Will the other older models get remodels? I don't know. It depends. You're talking, of course, about this, aren't you? The Formicarium Black Ant Queen, who Matt just finished updating a couple of days ago and uploaded it to our source control. So I used that for Screenshot Saturday, and earlier on I recorded this as a nice little intro. Maybe is the point, but if there was going to be one model in the game that I say definitely needed a redoing, it was that one. But it's up to Matt ultimately, and ultimately it is up to how much time we have, really. How much time we feel we need to dedicate to such things. Why no slugs in Empires of the Undergrowth? We have not felt the need for them. I have an idea. Dear Jacob, most people seem to have ideas. Feel free to join our Discord or forums to discuss them. Mike, what's your Poisonous Potato, or Incandescent, asks, what is your favourite accomplishment done by ICS? To be honest, getting down to, sub 6 minutes on 3-2, I always find a good stalwart of the Insane Completionist Slugs server. Has anyone been having audio sync issues in the game when music goes out of sync? That does happen, and we have noted that it happens on lower end hardware. I'm not sure what we can do about it. Everything, on certain hardware, it might happen. Because the music system in Empires of the Undergrowth is quite complex. And yeah, if certain things can't be kept up with processor-wise, and that's probably where it goes out of sync. Why did you name it Slug Disco? We've answered this one several times. It basically comes down to an incident that happened when the guys were living together in Liverpool, in the United Kingdom, in their university days. They were all in the living room one day in sleeping bags because they were feeling lazy. And they were listening to music, and someone said, hey, it's like a slug disco. And it's kind of stuck. That's at least the story. That's one of the stories. Every ant in the game have goofy mandibles. You can blame evolution for that. Ants have goofy mandibles. Did you ever think of adding birds to Empires of the Undergrowth? There was a discussion at one point. I think Matt wanted to do it to model a bird. It's one of those things that would have taken an inordinate amount of time for what we needed. I mean, he would have had to learn a whole, feathering system and all sorts of things. Hi, Roblox player. How far along is Tier 5 in its progress? It's difficult to quantify, but it's getting along. Will Ant Brain Fungus be added? Someone's been watching The Last of Us or playing The Last of Us, haven't they? I mean, Cordyceps. No, I don't think so. Unless we'd use something with an extra level. I don't think Cordyceps will be in the game. Although they are cool. They're a cool thing to play with. Mike, share your honest opinion on the memes I made, but replace everything with Liam's face. Why did I ask this? Because I have a big ego. If I'm being very strictly honest, I don't have much of an opinion. They are there. Memes will be made, but this is the way of things. Add termites. Yep, we will. We will add termites. Tier 5 will have termites in it, but they won't be the focal species. Did you ever think of adding birds and bees? Yes, of course we did. We thought of adding dogs and people and everything else to Empires of the Undergrowth, but we have to narrow things down. How many tiers will there be? 5. There will be 5 tiers, so tier 5, which is in the works currently, will be the final tier of the story. What happens with the ant in the closet? Well, you'll have to wait and see, won't you? That would be spoiling the story if I said anything about that. What's the next few big planned updates? Well, there's one huge planned update, which is tier 5, which we'll talk about the focal species of it in the next few months. But in the meantime, largish updates that are coming is there's a free play update, which John and Liam are currently working on. They're currently doing lots of work to get the new AI systems like savable and in a state where they can be saved in a free-play game and can be reloaded, and that's a lot of tedious work at the moment, and neither of them are particularly enjoying it. What's going to happen after Tier 5? The game will be released from early access and go on sale as a complete game. Then after that, we'll probably carry on and doing things like adding extra levels and stuff. And I don't know, DLC is a non-zero possibility. We could do DLC. We might want to move on to another project. But we'll have to see. It's a while away yet. Will butterflies be added as a sort of nuisance when they're a larvae? I don't think butterflies are planned. Can you tell me the Discord name, please? I can link you the Discord. Just give me 1 second. I'll give you a link to the Discord. It should be in the description of the video, actually, but I will copy you a link anyway. There's the Discord invite. Will scorpions be added to the game? Maybe. Scorpions are fun. Fun arachnids. Will there be more ant species? Yeah, there'll be a focal ant species and a couple of peripheral or auxiliary species in Tier 5. And then we'll be done. Outside of potential DLC and things in the future. How many ant species can you name? Oh, I don't know. I'm guessing 30 to 40, but I'm not going to do it now. Mike, will there be more developers hired in the future? Maybe. We've got to think about relative success. We've done okay to support our little team, but when we hire more people, that relative success can diminish quite quickly. So when we have to be careful when we're hiring and hire, intelligently and not expand too fast. What's an extra level idea that you would want to be added, if not already coming? I mean, I always like the idea of doing a picnic. The problem with that is it would need the creation of new assets, which is a thing that is, budget-wise difficult to justify for an extra level sometimes. That's why almost all of the extra levels, outside of a couple of the event levels, reuse assets rather than have new ones made for them. But it is a nice idea, and it gets suggested a lot, and it's the classic scenario, isn't it? Ants invading a picnic. Will there be any snake species? No, I do not believe we plan to add snakes to the game. Will Tier 5 be done by the end of the year, or will we wait 3 more years? I cannot answer that question because by policy, when we don't do estimates. When we've done estimates before, we just end up annoying people when we blast past them. It's the nature of the beast. Development is an unpredictable process, and sometimes new needs come up. We decide we need to do something else, or something doesn't work, or something we think is going to take no time at all end up taking months. This is why games, even the really big boys, like, I don't know, Cyberpunk 2077 is probably the most relevant recent example. It's usually just given as quarters, when the release date is Q1, Q2, Q3 of X year, and sometimes not even then. So even the really big boys have trouble getting it right, which makes it practically impossible for us, especially when we've got a really tiny team and a really ambitious project. Tug of War 2 next month. Yeah, Tug of War 2 is coming soon. I've been working on the trailer for that. I've got to finish the trailer in early next week, actually. So that'll be my job for tomorrow, getting that trailer done. Where did you guys get the inspiration from the game? I'd say the 2 main sources of inspiration are Dungeon Keeper, classic game where if you look up some Dungeon Keeper play on YouTube, you'll see where we got a lot of the mechanics inspired from. And then nature documentaries, Attenborough documentaries specifically, certainly BBC documentaries. When is the next vlog? That will be in a week or two. Yeah. So we've had a busy week, a busy couple of months, I should say, for Slug Disco as a company, because we've just brought on Horticula. I'm sure you've seen the trailer for that with Robert, who's a solo dev who's making that. So that's our new publishing project. So there's been a bit of work on the kind of marketing side of things to push that recently. So I've been, along with particularly with Dan, our marketing manager, quite busy with that for the past couple of weeks. But now that that's out there in the open, yeah, I can get back to things like the vlog, and we will get Dan will be doing a recording with Robert talking about Horticula, and I think we're doing one with Tom from Ecosystem as well this month. So I'll get that recorded early next month, and if I had to guess a date for that, I'd say Monday the 6th to Wednesday the 8th, somewhere around that kind of mark. So yeah, we'll see. Will there be a Horticula crossover with Empires of the Undergrowth? You know what? We did a Beetle Uprising extra level. Maybe we could do something Horticula themed as an extra level. I'm sure John's got some ideas with... certainly not outside the realms of possibility, is it? Yeah, in the thumbnail, it's the new Black Ant Queen, Formicarium. Yeah, she's had a new model made. Any extra levels planned that haven't been announced yet? Yes, there are. An ecosystem-themed extra level is a fun idea, isn't it? But man, I was going to say we don't do much with water in Empires of the Undergrowth, but that's not true, is it? A lot of the levels have water. Can we control termites? Termites will not be the focal species in Tier 5, but you know, we might expand them to free play. Will Tug of War 2 last longer than 2 minutes? Depends if you're playing it on insane or easy, doesn't it? Will anteaters make it to the game? No. No mammals. No mammals. Will we get level where ants are in the house? No. Play the classic Simant for that. We're much more focused on nature, to be honest. How will the termite system work? We will discuss that closer to time. Mike, let's start. Yeah, I think it's probably time, yeah. We've been chin-wagging for 15 minutes. Yeah, it's probably time to do a little bit of Empires of the Undergrowth. So let's boot it up. Give me a second. I'll just move things around so I can see them properly again. One more. Good. Okay. Game should appear in a second. There we are. Okay. Cool. Okay, right. So we'll see how we do. It might be entirely fine. Just adjust the levels of the music a bit. Yeah, we'll see how levels are in game. You guys will have to let me know once we get in. By the way, Mike, on 4.2, I can help you do it on Insane. I'm sure you could, Poisonous Potato, but I will not be playing it on Insane, so it is a moot point. Stream Colony, yep. So last time, which was several months back now, I had just finished 3.2. I'm a normal difficulty player. Will you ever add multiplayer online PvP? No. Empires of the Undergrowth will not have any multiplayer capabilities at all. It's far too late in the process for that. The game was not designed to be multiplayer. All of the systems would pretty much have to be rewritten from scratch. We may as well, and for that reason, if we're going to do multiplayer, it may as well be a future project. So that's our current thinking. Sometime we're very open to it in a future project, but not for Empires of the Undergrowth. Okay. How much jelly have I got to spend? Okay, so what did I get? Shotproof and resilient on the... Yeah. Okay, so let's unlock ants. Of course, we can't unlock the fire ants. We haven't done 3 yet. Yeah, okay. Shotproof, resilient. We're all good. We're upgraded to levels. I've got upgrades for everything. Yes. 59 free royal jelly, which I don't know if it's really worth it for any... Well, I don't know. Maybe we should do some... Yeah, okay, let's do some health improvements for the big boys, or the big girls, I should say. Yeah, okay. Are you already working on termites? Yeah, the systems are pretty close to done for termites, actually. Will you add modding a capability for multiplayer to be a possibility? That's a... no. Quite simply. We're not releasing the source code. Okay. You release Titans for free play in the big free play update, which is coming at some point this year, likely. Okay. Formicarium Challenge 3. Let's see how we do. Shall we? Medium difficulty.
I'm afraid we've ran out of time. It doesn't matter if the next...
Just put the subtitles back on. Display subtitles. Yeah, everything else looks okay.
Matter if the nest isn't perfect. Run the experiment, then clear out the specimens and bleach the equipment.
Yes, I know. I'm doing it.
And when you are finished here, I think we should have a word about your conduct around the laboratory.
I think we should have a word about your conduct around the laboratory.
What was that?
Nothing. Starting the experiment.
Good. Let me know when you have a result.
Okay, my little ants. This is it. The winner will have the privilege of joining me for the ultimate test. The real final experiment. The loser will be relegated to the waste disposal. The Formicariums are connected. Let the war commence!
Right, let's see if I remember how to do this. Where did the bra come from?
I wonder which colony will strike first. This is no time to retreat underground. Perhaps our eruptors can be coaxed back out with a few rove beetles.
Oh, for God's sake, really? Yeah. To be fair, I did have the wrong... Yeah. Alright, we'll deal with those pretty easily. Not going to be a problem.
The eruptors finally meet. Interesting combinations. I wonder which is more effective.
Yeah, in a previous playthrough, I won this level on normal difficulty without having to go and get any extra resources. So, well, I don't know. We might be able to do it again. Not sure if I got lucky or not last time.
Most of our erectors are fighting very far from their nest. I wonder, what would happen if their queen was threatened? Yes, these mole crickets should reveal the relevant behaviors.
Mole crickets. More tool ants? Seriously? More tool ants? I bet are not as good as rapid fire. Entirely subjective, guys. You will find discussions on both sides. So if I remember correctly, the way to do that, at least on this difficulty, is to pop their queen abilities, let them come back with the counter attack, pop your queen abilities, and then you've got 5 minutes to take them out before their cooldown finishes. Am I right in thinking that? I think I'm correct. Yeah, it's a case of surviving these first few assaults, though. Just emptying their nest, basically. Yeah, while they're drawn out, the army ants are not so dangerous. They can get taken out by my mortars pretty easily. When they group up like this, though, is when they become dangerous. Yeah, the replenishing of the soldiers has been the problem, really, hasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, they are basically draining of resources, but they're out as well. Yeah, it didn't work out so well.
Dear.
I think I'm going to have to
Could our
do
colony be in
one,
trouble?
probably 1-2. in challenge mode. That won't take too long.
Be careful, my queen. I'm not finished with you yet.
You need at least like 3k from a good run. You absolutely don't. You absolutely don't. I've done it with about 1500 before. I've not played in a while. I'm out of practice. Alright, it's going to be a case now of... Oh, I might want to wait for a few minutes to kind of... for my queen abilities to regenerate.
Our Raptors are beating back their counterparts. Victory seems within their grasp. But what's this? Could it be the almighty hand of God?
Where? Right, how long's it been since my queen ability's popped? I should have set a timer, really. It's 5 minutes is the cooldown. So I've got to pop their queen abilities.
Progress, my Raptors. Strike at your nemesis. There can be only one. Get her, yes.
Right, so then my stuff's going to die, and then I don't think it's going to be 5 minutes. This is probably where we die. So there's now, if I had a few more resources to rebuild my army a bit quicker, now would be the 5 minute timer that I've got to win, basically. Okay, so now, hopefully... I know I'm grasping at straws here, but yeah, hopefully now they counterattack and pop my queen ability, and then... Yeah. But I don't think it's going to work, to be honest. I think they're just too powerful. Yeah, I think we're done. Another YouTuber took 2 hours to finish this. Yeah, if it depends on your on your knowledge of the game ultimately, how fast it's going to be. Yeah, I think I'm going to go and do one of the 1x levels. So yeah, this is just going to be drawing out the inevitable. I think. Bruh. Yeah, let's go and do one of the levels on. One, 2, medium difficulty with challenge on. Yeah. Yeah, 1, 2. 8, 4, 5. That might do it. 8, 4, 5 food, yeah, if I'm a bit cleverer with it. I'm not doing 3, 1. I'll do subjugation, get 845 extra food. And then that'll give me some rehatching abilities. Okay. Go.
This Formica Fusca Black Ant Queen has given birth to her first brood. While the workers establish their new territory in the earth, above ground, a nearby colony of Formica sanguinea slave maker ants are on the lookout for would-be victims. These ants specialize in stealing larvae from neighboring nests and raising them as their own. If the black ant colony isn't prepared for the inevitable incursion, they may be wiped out entirely.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the Queen chose her colony's home poorly. This earth is infested with Grillatalpa, the European mole cricket. Growing up to 45 millimeters in length and with powerful forelegs, these beasts are masters of tunneling. The crickets have had their fill of roots for the day, and are now on the hunt for protein-rich invertebrates. This queen and her brood are in imminent danger of being devoured.
Now, this is, objectively, by the way, the easiest level in the game. So if there's one I want to do for a few extra resources, it's this one. Yeah, get your good look at the old Black Ant Queen, because in the next patch, she'll be consigned to the memory hole. 07 in chat. She served us well. But, better things are on the way. Black Ant Queen remodel. Yeah. There you go. That's the new one. Okay. Come on then, you guys. Love that music sting there. It reminds me of Diablo for some reason. Diablo 2 specifically. This is also my favourite music in the game. The plucked strings that Liam used, yeah. Really reminds me of a spider's web. Spider scuttling over the tripwires. Right, of course, as soon as you go for the first spider, you start triggering the scripted events. So, let's go.
Sigestria florentina, a funnel web spider. She is large, fast, and equipped with a deep, powerful bite. Her lair is carpeted by sheets of silk woven between tripwires that radiate out from the entrance. She can detect even the slightest vibrations with her sensitive legs. Any ant that strays too close will be snapped away in the blink of an eye. By working together, the ants have overwhelmed one of the funnel web spiders. She won't be causing any more trouble for the colony. Her sisters, however, still present a problem.
Curse her sisters. Here they come.
A Sanguinea scout has sensed the presence of the black ants. A raid on the colony is now inevitable. The question remains as to whether they will merely pillage a generation of young, or wipe out the colony entirely. In the end, it will come down to the tenacity of the defending ants.
Clear this area next and start thinking about more... actually, I guess we can put some workers up here. We've got the space for it.
A mole cricket is burrowing into the nest.
Oh, no.
The ants must mount a defense quickly,
Anyway.
or their brood will be forfeit.
Yeah, you don't frighten me, mole cricket. Yeah, I remember when we... me as well, when I really didn't understand the mechanics of the game so well. Why did the mole... I asked the guys, why do the mole crickets not give so much food? You know, they're big enemies. And they had to explain to me, of course, that if we give them too much food as a drop, then it becomes like free DoorDash. It becomes just free food.
There are intruders in the nest.
Yeah, once you reach a certain point, it's not a challenge. It's just... Yeah. And that informs our philosophy for tier 4, and eventually going forward, the balance for the other levels. We will rebalance the game a bit more in that direction at some point. Okay, raids come in, so we should get to the front. All crickets look so juicy. They do somehow, don't they? They're kind of robust. Tanky. Just deal with these
The
ladies.
raiding
and then...
party has arrived. The slave makers will head straight for the brood chambers. They must be stopped. The raiding party was no match for the valiant defenders. The brood remains safe. For now.
You can get that. Then that. Wrong way round. Yeah, you guys who are really good at RTSs will be using all the keyboard shortcuts and that, but I've never used keyboard shortcuts with RTSs. Upgrade a bunch of stuff, including the food storage.
The workers have done all they can to improve these food stores.
We're getting a couple more mole crickets soon. Your eyes peeled for them. Here we go.
Mole crickets are burrowing into the nest.
Which one's the closest
ants
to the
must
queen?
defend
This
in
one.
multiple
Go here
locations at
first.
once.
Shouldn't take long to take this one out.
The battle has begun.
Think about more workers soon. Workers only might do it. No. Nope. Certainly not on this level. Okay. I'll probably take from here a couple of them. Yeah, it's fine.
There is no respite from the culling. The Sanguinea will subjugate or exterminate.
Got away. That's fine. Old 10%er.
Bruh.
The raiding party is left, and with them they have taken 10% of the black ant brood. The danger may be gone for now, but this truce is merely a formality. The Sanguinea are already planning their next onslaught.
Most favourite level, I think, is 3-2. So at the moment, least favourite level is 1-1. Simply because I'm kind of bored of it. I've solved it. I know how to play that one. But yeah, that's not that it's a bad level, really. It's just that, you know, I've played it a hell of a lot. with a singular mole cricket coming in the next minute or so, I'd have thought. Right, think about workers now as well. Should be enough for them. I should be able to just upgrade. Well, for now at least. Yeah, let's come down. All the food from there. Let's come down here and clear out these two spiders here.
There are intruders in the nest. The ants must fight.
Oop. Totally didn't see them.
The Sanguinia colony seeks once
Fine.
again to bolster its numbers. A battalion of slave makers charge into the nest.
I think they'll get with 10%.
A mole cricket
again.
is burrowing into the nest.
Mole cricket down
The ants
here.
must mount a defense quickly, or their brood will be forfeit.
Oh, it's here. It's fine.
The raiding party is left, and with them they have taken 10% of the black ant brood. The queen must lay quickly to return the colony to its former strength.
Get that food there. Get over here.
There are intruders in the nest.
Will you reskin the beach critters? I think one of them is getting a reskin. Yeah, yeah, I think the beach wolf spider is getting a reskin to be a species that's more native to the range we intended. Yeah. Gradery. Oh yeah, the tiger beetlers as well, you're right, yeah. Those two species, which are actually American species, when we intend the 2x levels to be somewhere on coastal Europe. Nearly there with the soldiers now. 3 mole crickets coming soonish. I think we're done with workers. Yeah, we'll get up here for the raid. With the soldiers, sorry. Yeah, it's just workers now, so we can upgrade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The slave makers are back. They can sense larvae, and they want their share.
Yeah, we're not going to rip the old ones out of the game completely. They'll
The
still be
raiding
free
party
play in
was
that.
no match for the valiant defenders. The brood remains safe. For now.
1, 2, 3, and that should do it. And then it's just a case of surviving probably a mole cricket attack, and the final raid, and then that's it. This level is easy, yeah, particularly if you've played it before. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. Some levels got to be the easiest in the game, hasn't it? Going to introduce the new beach in an extra level? No, I don't think so. I think the new beach will be the old beach will just be redecorated with the new beach. But yeah, I mean, we will use those beach assets in an extra level at some point, undoubtedly. Right, one there, one there. Where's the other?
Mole crickets are burrowing into the nest.
Is
The
it
ants
2 here?
must defend in multiple locations at once.
Oh, it's, yeah, 2 here. We'll deal with these first and then.
The ants must fight.
Ultimately, I think we'll replace everything that uses the beach assets will be replaced with the new ones eventually. Well, there you go. That's the level 1. We just need to wait for the final raid. May as well spend my food. We have Cramp 2. Maybe. I don't think it is. It was part of sequel season as John planned it, though. Will Dunes and Towhead be updated with the new beach stuff? Yeah, I think they will. When will there be a new creature reveal? We're going to start doing like the marketing cycle for tier 5 once we've got the new beach
The
stuff.
Sanguinia colony seeks once again to bolster its numbers. A battalion of slave makers charge into the nest.
There you go.
Once again, the slave makers return to their nest with new black ant larvae to raise as their own. The raids will continue, but this Formica fusca colony has proved its capacity to endure and grow. Eventually they will surpass their parasitic overseers, and the continued raids of the slave makers will reduce to nothing more than a mere inconvenience for the great Black Ant Empire.
Yeah, easy level. There you go. Got some extra food and stuff.
Is
Yep.
it feeding time already?
Yes, our queen is insatiable.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I've got this whole soundboard of effects and things that I've actually paid money for and I've not used. What should we do? Should we do a hungry spider impression? Yeah. Yeah, someone give me a hungry spider line that you'd like to see me repeat, and I'll record it. The 3 wise men approach, but they're not bringing gifts. The 3 wise men approach, but they're not bringing gifts. Oh, I need to hold down the button while the reverb continues. Okay. Put the reverb up a little. There must be bigger, juicier prizes. Forgot to hold the button down again. There must be bigger, juicier prizes. There must be bigger, juicier prizes. That works pretty well. Yeah. Right, I want to be building more storage. Add the honeypot ants. They're not going to be in the game, at least not in version 1.0. Just one of those things that it would have been nice, but when we had to reduce down what we were doing for to get the game to a finished state, yeah, we had to ditch quite a few things. Yeah, that's the point. There were going to be something along the lines of like a temporary buff or something where honeypot ants, but ultimately, yeah, it was one of those things that we could do it another way, you know. So we did. Yeah, they were a fairly easy one to cut. But they are cool and they'd look very nice. You know, I kind of imagine them as slightly internally, you know, lit somehow. So you know that could be DLC maybe if we decide to go down that route in the future. You never know. What happened to the Kickstarter? It was successful. We have a company now that's making a game, and yeah, we're just working towards version 1.0, and then our Kickstarter will be over. Right. Okay. So let's see how much more of this food we can store. I mean, we've got we'll be storing 3,000-ish food, I imagine, which should be plenty to get us through. We'll have to see what else I can upgrade. Or I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 level 3 mages. Yeah, this should get us through, I think. Yeah, I think we've got enough ants to do it. So there you go. We've got just shy of 3k food stored. We could probably get it up to 3k if we get these couple of grubs knocking around. Upgrade the mortars, I think, yeah. Maybe a couple of mortars could do with an upgrade. Yeah. More level 3 mortars is generally better, more splash, and yeah. Yeah, I don't mind spending a little bit of resources on them. Hey, we can always do 1-1 as well, if you like. Yeah, I think, well, yeah, that'll do. A few more mortars. A few more level 3 mortars, that is. Okay. Right. Yeah, I think that'll do us. Let's go for it. Anyone else does this, just instinctively saves, even though the game will save it for you. You know, you don't quite trust it, do you? It's part of the human condition, I think.
I'm afraid we've ran out of time. It doesn't matter if the nest isn't perfect. Run the experiment, then clear out the specimens and bleach the equipment.
Yes, I know. I'm doing it.
And when you are finished here, I think we should have a word about your conduct around the laboratory.
I think we should have a word about your conduct around the laboratory.
What was that?
Nothing. Starting the experiment.
Good. Let me know when you have a result.
Force Kickstarter went with the old surface. Oh, that was all scrapped. It was...
Okay, my little ants. This is it. The winner will have the privilege of joining me for the...
Yeah, that all that stuff was nowhere near good enough quality once we moved to Unreal Engine 4. Pretty much everything had to be scrapped and redone at that point.
The Formicariums are connected. Let the war commence!
Cat jam.
I wonder which colony will strike first. The Raptors finally meet. Interesting combinations. I wonder which is more effective. Our Raptors are beating back their counterparts. Victory seems within their grasp. But what's this? Could it be the almighty hand of God?
Where? Where is it? Where is your almighty hand of God now?
Most of our raptors are fighting very far from their nest. I wonder, what would happen if their queen was threatened? Yes, these mole crickets should reveal the relevant behaviors.
Oh, they're all dead now, it's fine. Thanks for that, Flopper. Glad you enjoyed the game. What do the scientists look like? That's entirely up to your imagination. That's why you don't see his face. That's why we even put him in a blue nitrile glove. So even the colour of his skin is up to your imagination. Regroup here before we move on forward, because yeah, the mages will start appearing
Battle
now.
has disturbed.
Oh, not the praying mantis.
Praying mantis.
It's alright, it's dead. Kind of push forward now slowly. Come on, we don't want them your mighty hand of
Quickly,
God.
my little raptors. You wouldn't want to be caught by the
Ooh,
finger
one or
of
two of them
death.
might get squished. A couple, that's fine. Right. So the way this works now is we pop their queen abilities. We likely die in... our army dies.
Excellent progress, my raptors.
Yeah, our army dies in the rebirth of all their units. The inverse happens, and then we've got 5 minutes to take out their queen, and then we win.
Get her, yes.
So we just may as well just chill out here. Yeah, to be honest, what killed me last time was not having this group here in the nest group. So my poor little 7 Niantics were just trying to do all of the rehatching and they couldn't do it. Yeah. Schoolboy error. But every day is a school day if you're paying attention.
most of our raptors are fighting very far from their nest. I wonder, what would happen if their queen was threatened? Yes, these mole crickets should reveal the relevant behaviors.
Yeah, 2 rounds of mole cricket is kind of unfair, really, isn't it? But he's anything if not unfair. He's not anything if not unfair. He's nothing if not unfair. That's how that phrase should go. Actually, you know what? Let's leave. Let's leave them underground for now. Do you know what? They're not all that, really, are they? Right, okay. I think we can just go and win now. Yeah, I think we can win. I have to take out these, but... Yeah, it used to be that the army ant kind of rage indicator was a big particle effect. They streamed off these red particles. It looked really cool. Sadly, it really did a number on some people's graphics, which is a shame. So we changed it for the kind of the same glow effect that the Uber creatures have, which is much gentler on the graphics processor.
Things seem a little too easy for our raptors. Perhaps I should level the playing field.
Not so bad. He's only taken 1 or 2 out. Another one? No. It's only usually twice at a time he goes. Right, in we go. And this should be us winning now.
Excellent progress, my raptors.
GG,
Strike
easy.
at your nemesis. There can be only one.
It's usually 6. You probably play on Insane, don't you?
Yes, good, yes. Perfect! I knew my raptors would prevail. Now we can prepare for the real...
Have you finished yet?
Oh, yes, our raptors have dominated the Formicarium.
Wonderful. I expect a full report by the end of the week. For now, you can start by clearing away. Make sure anything contaminated with that jelly goes straight to the incinerator.
Yes, very good.
GG. Happy mic noises.
Jelly to the incinerator. The jelly is for my ants, and no one is going to take it away from you.
Bruh.
Yeah, I'll do the rehousing now. Yeah, and then we'll have another chat. And I don't want to do any of the 4H levels yet. I want that to be definitely their own individual streams next time. So that will be the plan. Just get everything restock now before we do the rehouse. Forgot how obsessed he was. Oh, the scientist. Yeah. He's not a well man. Yeah. We'll get all this food stored and this and that, and then we'll do the rehouse, and then we'll have another chat, and that'll be it for today's stream. Mike, why hasn't the channel monetized? We've had multiple discussions about this. Ultimately, with monetization, you see more ads, and considering we're not a gigantic channel, it would be a few pounds worth of money for us and a lot of extra annoyances for everyone. So not worth the small amount of money, basically, for annoying people. Would rather you just be able to watch our videos with minimal interruptions from YouTube, even though these days there are still interruptions from YouTube. Yes, you can. You can see the scientist put his trowel into the surface. Thank you, Megan Morgan. You're rear ones for that. Thank you, Endeavour. Don't get me wrong, if we had 1 million subscribers, we'd probably be monetising our videos. But for the sake of a few pounds, it's not worth the annoyance. Just refill me drink. I think there'll ever be a piano tutorial for your music. With the sheet music is out there. The problem is the music was done in FL Studio and it's not really designed for a human to play it. And you definitely need 2 people to play the Formicarium action, the second movement, for instance. Right, how much food is there left on the surface? Quite a bit. Okay, we're going to need to spend some of this. It's fine, we can do that. Yeah, the sheet music is on there. The problem is that, yeah, we've never had a recording back of it. A sufficiently skilled person, I think, could adapt it themselves to be kind of more human readable. But the sheet music just taken straight out of the FL Studio is not great. It's not great at all. But it is there. It is there. If you go to the Discord and search for sheet music, you'll find it. Okay. What else have I got on this soundboard?
Surprise! We're doing it now. Surprise! We're doing it now.
That's Wheatley from Portal 2. A few more bits still to collect. Okay, more upgradery to do. Oh, I've got one more. I need help though. I need a friend. Give me a second. Come here. Come here, friend. Come here. There you go. Cute moment. Tesla with currently the best meme so far this year. He's not a borzoi, but he is a whippet and therefore a sighthound, like the borzois are. So in the same class of dog with the long snout. So I think close enough to justify the meme. We got everything we can yet? Not quite. Blimey, still. Still food to collect. It's fine, we just need to spend. think, you know what? For the sake of not having to do this, I might ask the guys if we can just count food left on the surface, you know, for the rehouse. We should do, really, shouldn't we? What will you include in the next vlog? Well, I'll talk about the new... I've got a little list, actually. Give me a sec. Yeah, if there's anything you think that I should discuss that I can, then let me know. But... Logs... Yeah, I've got the... yeah, broken out realistic mode options. That means... basically, realistic mode is going to be scrapped. You know, the one that's in the menu that just disables various UI elements and like outlines of things underground. That's instead going to be broken out into several options. Matt did this, and I think it's a great change. Get rid of that because it's confusing. No one really knows what realistic mode means, and they just end up accidentally pressing it and then forgetting about it and then wondering where their food's gone. So instead, that's going to be replaced with an advanced options menu that will be at the bottom of the menu, kind of, you know, this kind of spot it will be, and that'll say, you know, hide underground resources, hide markers, that kind of thing. So it's very explicit what they do, and if people want specific things on and off, they can. It's more options, basically, and less confusion. Also, that there will be an option to disable the festive hats if you want to do that, because I know some people find that a bit annoying, particularly if it's a holiday they don't celebrate or don't like. Which is fine. I mean, I personally love Christmas, but I cannot expect everyone to. All the food, finally, has been collected, I believe. Just move everyone over here. You like realistic mode? Well, you can still turn it on. It's just going to be 3 separate options in a different menu now. Do you know what? I must admit, I do find realistic mode useful when I'm recording things in engine, and sometimes I use photo mode to shoot something from a certain angle, and sometimes I just want the outlines of things turned off so they're not distracting to the shot. So that's where I use realistic mode sometimes as a tool for making content. But the fact that they're still there is great. It's just they're split out into new options, which is much better. Right, okay, let's do the rehouse. Rehouse the colony. Rehouse the colony.
Short-sighted, simple, churlish fools. They don't understand. None of them understand. The experiment must proceed. There isn't much time. Quickly, my raptors. Into the terrarium. You'll be safe here.
Is it done?
Yes, yes. Look. Gone.
I see. Well, good. It's about time. Anyway, I'm going to need you to make yourself available this afternoon. Apparently, a large quantity of unrefined jelly has gone missing from the overflow vessel, and Supply wants to speak with the whole group about proper checkout procedures. You wouldn't happen to know anything about it, would you?
What? No. What would I want with unrefined jelly?
Well, quite.
What would I want, indeed?
So, finally, we reach the wonderful work of Dan C., our environment artist. Now, some little fact about this terrarium. Originally, the big wide arena that you see, and we did lots of artwork for, was going to be the extent of the arena. The big, round whole of it is going to be the arena. The problem being there that with the... Well, if for some reason you're watching this and you haven't finished Formicarium Challenge 4 yet, then you might want to mute for a few minutes or turn off the stream if you don't want to be spoiled. But, yeah, we realised that specifically the Dragantula, with its charging ability, was running for miles. So, you know, it'd be charging over here, and then it'd, yeah, going this way, and then, and you could never catch the thing. So the guys came up with the bright idea of, well, you know, rather than redesign the whole arena, let's just raise some of it and put it's an opportunity to do something more environmental. So moss. The moss is the idea, and that allowed us to do a few more environmental storytelling things as well, like these things here. Yeah, so you can see where the scientists have been. This is presumably studying like very small things that live in moss, or the moss itself. Yeah, but ants are certainly not supposed to be in here. Yeah. This arena once looked like the beach. Yes, it did in early. Yeah, most things look like the beach, because the beach levels are the ones we tend to copy when we're making a new one. It's easier to copy an old thing and change it than make something new from scratch, so it tends to be the beach levels that get copied. Ah, right, okay. I guess that's us for today. Next stream we will tackle 4-1. Unless something else comes up in the meantime that I really need to talk about. So let's save that for now. And go back to talking. Okay, bring some more music in. Cool. Queen of the Hill? Bit of Queen of the Hill. Sure, why not? Okay, right. I guess I've got... Yeah, I'll do... yeah, just 5 minutes until past if anyone's got any questions that I didn't see while I was playing. Or anything that's come up which is just burning in your mind and needs answering. Play New Year's Feast action thing. Yeah, sure, I'll see if I can find that. There you go. Will you give Formicarium a special attack to make them more useful? Are you really saying that the ranged ants are not very good? Blimey. That's a hot take. That's a steaming hot take, fresh off the burner. I don't think you'll find that many people agree with you there. Formicarium. Formicarium are very resistant to area of effect attacks. It's not very obvious, but they're tough, and you want your colony to be diverse. They're much tougher than fire ants. They die a lot less, and they'll cost you a lot less jelly. Drive ants are not playable now. They're not in the game. Will you consider remaking the mortars to put them on par with the rapid fire? I think they are on par with the rapid fires. See, that's the thing. You will find both opinions being fiercely debated in various parts of the internet, and the fact that that is the thing means that they're fairly balanced. Because there's no compromise. No one can say, well, maybe they're both pretty good. No, everyone has an opinion and they fiercely defend it. Can anyone tell me how to see my password on Discord? Blimey. Who's defending mortars? Me. Can you nerf the Uber Praying Mantis? No! You take your Uber Praying Mantis like everyone else. Why does an Uber Mantis have 100,000 health? It doesn't. It just regenerates health quite a lot. So you might want to attack it with things like level 3 mages, which you can't pick up and eat. I'll just ask again, will tier 5 secondary ants be playable in any sense? I don't know. We haven't even announced what they are. Can you buff the super mage or it dies super fast? It's a support unit. Try and keep it off the front lines, but buffing other stuff. It's there to be yeah. No, it's a powerful unit and it dies just about as much as it should. But look after it. Look after it. Yeah, I might end up playing some of the extra levels at some point. Not all of them though, because a bunch of them are super sweaty and best left to people like the ICS, particularly on harder difficulties. What did you have for dinner? I haven't had dinner yet, but I am going to have some, I believe I've got a pork chop and some potatoes waiting to heat up, and some green beans. Difference between the small black ants and the Formicarium. The little black ants are they have a Gaster Flag ability, which is an area debuff. But they're not great fighters by themselves though. It's my favourite extra level. the one I had the most. I mean, I haven't played a bunch of them much, but the one I certainly had the most fun doing the trailer for was Adventure. Adventure's a really big, complex extra level, and it's really good fun. It's got lots of unique stuff in it, and John took his time to make some really cool stuff in that. It is just a very long level, which some people do find a bit tiring. When is the next update? There's likely to be an update in a couple of weeks to do some kind of bug fixing and bits and bobs, and introduce the new... this lady here, the new Black Ant Queen model. But as far as like the next big update goes, I don't know, and we don't, by policy, we don't do updates. We don't do estimates, sorry, because we are bad at them. But there are free play updates coming. There's more extra levels, and ultimately there are the tier 5 levels, which will bring the game to version 1.0. The Fire Ant Colony extra level planned. I think so. Yeah, John's been doing some stuff. Yeah. Don't quote me on that though. What ants need new model except Black Ant? Technically none of them. I think the only one that was kind of did need a spruce up was the Black Ant Queen. And we've got our environment artist doing a rework of the beach assets now, but ultimately he's got the time to do that while the other guys are working on things like the free play update. But once we really get cracking properly on tier 5 again, once the free play update is done, then Dan's efforts are going to all have to go into tier 5 assets, and the longer we linger redoing old stuff, the longer we delay, quite simply. So we can't redo everything, and we won't end up redoing everything. Gonna play an extra level, would you play excavators? I guess I could play excavators. I wouldn't play it on a hard difficulty, though. Will there be silver ants or bull ants? You'll have to wait and see what the tier 5 species are. Like if you mean Saharan silver ants, they were one that we were considering way back in the day, but I think got cut for time, ultimately. Army ants don't work in free play because they don't build nests in real life. They all clump together in one mass, so that they're not nest builders, they're not diggers. Which is why in 3.2 they just appear from the edge of the map. You never see their group, their bivouac. So they don't fit into our nesting systems. All right, okay. I'm thinking we leave it there for tonight, and I'll see about streaming some point next week, if not the week after, because next week is a fairly busy week with trailers and bits and bobs, but we'll see. Yeah, if I've not got around to answering your question, then remember it for next time, and I'll see what I can do. Or come and join us in the Discord. I think I've still got the Discord. Yeah. There you go. I'll just put the Discord link again if anyone would like to join. And you can. If not, I'll see you next time here. Where we will probably be playing 4-1 Cold Blood. We'll see how I do. Okay. Till next time, everyone. See ya.